Hey guys, this is Carrie from Tone Wars. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're really excited to hang out with you and to have you be part of our community. If you like what you see here, here's a couple ways you can support the channel. We always appreciate super chats very much, but here's a couple other ways you can support the channel and get something in return other than just content. If the super chat feature doesn't work for you, or if you're watching after the live stream, Jarrod's PayPal account link is listed below. Any donation of any amount is greatly appreciated. Since the show is sponsored in part by Motor City Guitar, we've included an affiliate link below. By clicking the link below, everybody wins. You're getting a great deal on some awesome equipment, you're supporting a store that has tons of inventory and great customer service, and you're supporting Tone Wars. And on top of all of that, if you live outside of the state of Michigan, whenever you buy anything from Motor City Guitar, you don't pay any sales tax. And last but certainly not least, you can visit our website at tonewars.com. The link is below. There you will find some awesome KEMPER profile packs with the tone and feel guitar players love. You will also find presets for the very popular HELIX, HX Effects, HX Stomp, and Pod Go. Alright, the show's about to begin. We look forward to hanging out with you, so grab your favorite drink and join us in the live chat.
Welcome to Tone Wars.
Holy freaking crap, that was fun. That was fun, man. Oh my god. What a shot of adrenaline it is to play that amplifier. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day, and I found this the other day, Guinness Nitro Cold Brew with coffee. You know, let's see what this tastes like. Gonna enjoy, some of that tonight. That was loud. Oh man, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed those mixes as much as I did. I'm serious, I had a lot of fun playing those songs. I'm usually really nervous, but tonight I wasn't for some reason. Probably just jinxed myself, but that was a lot of fun. A lot of rage coming out of that amp. Yeah, that was the one I was supposed to go live with last week. It just had two bad tubes in it, so they replaced those, and so far, so good. Well, we got 28 people here. Jason Taylor, what's happening, man? He's asking, Jason's like, which wah model are you using? I'm using the Throaty wah. Yep, the Throaty. I like it. It's kind of dark. You know, it's got that nice sweep to it. And I took the sweep down, I'll tell you right now, what I got it down to. Where's the wah? There it is. The high is at 1.5 kilohertz? And the low is at 310. So if that helps you. But yeah, it's the Throaty wah. Yep. And I saved it as a favorite in the Helix like you can do now, and I called it the TW wah. So yeah. Let me go back. Jason Taylor's here first. What's up, man? Mike Jacobs, Warm Cord. What's up, Jay? Mike, what's happening? Live Ready Sound. What's going on, Tim? If you guys are looking for good profiles, Live Ready Sound makes some of the best profiles out there. Tim's a great guy. Very professional, very honest, and you're always going to get good stuff from Tim. He's a very quality-oriented guy. So Live Ready Sound, great profiles. So look him up. And Helix, profile or presets and impulse responses for all types of different, digital products. So Tim's a great guy, good friend of mine, known him for a while now, and he's an honest dude. And like I said, I highly recommend his stuff. Let's see here. Steve Venchak, what's happening, buddy? Let's see here. Aaron Short, what's happening, man? Aaron Short is a Mesa fan. I know that for a fact. Jason Lewis, time to get wrecked. Sounds brutal, he says. Hell, dude, this amp just, I don't know, there's something special about it on channel, what is it, the orange channel, channel 2. This thing just does it, man. In this room, man, holy crap, the thunderous sounds that are coming out of that diesel cab right now are ridiculous. Gunnerman says, sounds awesome, thank you. Yeah, it does, man. This amp slays. Really good. JJ's House of Jams, what's going on? Frederick. Sorry if I got out of my glasses on. He said the headroom. Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, right, Frederick? I mean, the headroom in this amp is ridiculous. It's got a ton of great tone and headroom. Let's see here. Chicago Todd, what's going on? I was having fun, dude. You can tell, right? You know me well enough. I was having a good time playing through this thing. It was awesome. McKinley, what's happening? He said, sold my dual rectifier a month ago and bought a new Kemper stage. Worth it. Hey, man. That's what this is about. It's play whatever works best for you. If you're happy with what you're playing, then you made the right choice. So congratulations on your choice, man. That tone is insane, JJ says. Yeah, it is, man. It's good. I got some pretty interesting settings on here, too. Let me turn around here. Trying to find a way to turn around. All right, so the presence, where am I? Presence is at top. It's all just under noon. The master's at 9 o'clock. Bass is at 9 o'clock, just over 9 o'clock. Mids are at like just over noon. And the treble is at just under noon. And the gain is at 3 o'clock. So just so you know, that's kind of how I have it set up. Ooh, can't wait to try this. Oh, man. Oh, you guys got to try this. Guinness Nitro Cold Brew with coffee. Holy crap, is that good. I should have brought two of them down here. Wonder how good I'd play after having 2 of them. Probably not very good. Well, cheers, everybody. Rob Allen, what's happening, man? He says, hey, evening, just got an Ox. What a bit of kit. Best purchase for me in the last 12 months. No doubt, UA speaker sims are so good. Currently watching. Oh, thanks, man. Currently watching, playing, and headphone heaven. Thanks for being here. Dude, I love my Ox. Ever since I got that and compared it to the other units out there, the Ox is a total winner as far as the direct, you know, cab impulse, whatever, you know, they get speaker emulation type stuff, load box, all that. I love my Ox. I got these studio monitors in here, and I write everything through my Ox and practice all the time to my backing tracks and studio monitors, and it's just such a convenient. The thing is sometimes the convenient stuff doesn't sound good, but you love the convenience, right? And you're willing to pay that price. With the Ox, it's convenient and it sounds amazing, so there's no sacrifice there at all. You know, the only thing you're going to sacrifice is some coin, but once you do that, you're good. Let's see here. Steve Venchek, how does it compare to the Roadster? You know, that's a good question. I don't have my Roadster anymore, but I'm sure it's pretty close. I mean, you got 150 watts on this as opposed to the Roadster. So you definitely gonna have more headroom with the solo triple rack, but I mean, it sounds great. You know, I have no complaints at all. McKinley says, sad that the Roadster is discontinued. Yeah, I know. I think you could probably still special order them, because, I mean, Mesa is a boutique company, so I'm sure if you called them and ordered one, you could get one. You probably have to wait several months, because that's the way that stuff goes, but it's possible that they can make them for you. What tubes are you running? Good question, Greg. These are the 6L6s, I believe, is in there. Yeah. Yep, that's right. It's biased for 6L6. Yep. Do you gent? A little bit. JJ's House of Jams. Is it a multi-watt triple? No, it's the 150. That's it. It's balls out or nothing, right? So, yeah, but it is a great amplifier. I was blown away. I really was. Still am. Bobcat, I want to hear the thunder and see the lightning. I think I'm ready. I don't know, man. I'm glad you guys liked that video. That was me trolling a little bit at the beginning of that. I don't need an overdrive, brah. Oh, man. Jarrod says, top of the morning. Top of the morning to you, Aaron. Oh, what's going on, Sean Casey? What's happening, buddy? Good to see you. Show me that beast. Says, could they make me a Mark II C+? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're still making the JP Mark IIs. In fact, I'll be shooting that out tonight when we run the Gauntlet. So we'll be doing all that. That'll be fun, man. Let's see here. Dried Music LX. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses. Love all your amps. I only have one Marshall DSL 100 at the moment. Again, would love to have more. Hey, thank you very much, and thanks for being here. Yeah, the amps are great. I love all these amps too, man. They're awesome. That's why I got them, so I can play them, enjoy them, and use them for the channel and let you guys enjoy them and live vicariously through me, I guess, when I shoot stuff out. So tonight, I don't know if you read the description, but I got the JP Mark II C+ heated up. I have the Engl Savage and the Diezel Herbert, and we're gonna do the Gauntlet later with those. But first, I'm gonna play a couple more songs for you guys. Let me switch guitars. I already kind of did I did 3 songs when I started. I'm used to not doing that, but felt so good, I figured, why not? So I'm going to switch guitars, and I'm going to play a couple more for you here, and then we can have some fun with some riffs or whatnot, and then run the Gauntlet. I don't know how long I'll be on tonight, but I'm trying to shorten these live streams up a little bit so I get more watches. You know, when people see 2 hours, they're like, oh man, I don't know if I can watch that. and I love hanging out with you guys, so kind of torn. Man, is that good beer. Holy crap, I'm having another one of those tonight. Shoosh. Alright, let me play a couple riffs on the what is this thing? The triple wreck. 1 second. Okay. Let me flip that over real quick here. It's a little buzzy. It's got a little bit of a buzz to it, but you know, it's kind of got that old school kind of thing going on. It's not as quiet as some of the other amps, but like right now I just switched to the JP. This is what the JP sounds like in park. And that's what the triple rec sounds like. Not a big deal, just a little buzz. It's kind of common with amps anyway, but just thought I'd point that out. Man. Alright, so let's do another one here. Let's do Out of Nowhere. 1 second. Well, I forgot to switch amps. That was the JP. I was like, thought it felt different. Yeah, I went to turn around to switch it back to the JP, and I was like, oh, I'm already on it. So that was the JP. I guess I should do, for comparison's sake, let me do that same song again with the triple rec. All right, hang on 1 second. Hang on. There we go. Hope you guys didn't mind me playing that same song twice. I didn't mind playing it, that's for sure. Holy cow. I was like, this feels a little tighter, because the dual rec's a little looser than the JP, so I'm like, wow, this feels a little tighter, It's interesting. Too late now, just keep going. Somebody was asking me something. Christopher, what's up, man? He said, what overdrive do you prefer? I mean, my main go-to is the Precision Drive by Horizon. It's just what I gravitate towards every time I go live, because I love what it does. I love how it tightens up the amp and adds that aggression that I like so much, and it's so versatile, But I also like the gate on it. That gate comes in handy, So I really like that a lot. Now, I can acclimate to most overdrive pedals within about 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this. But it seems like I always find my way back to the Precision Drive. I just love that pedal, So that's my favorite, for sure. I like other ones like the Eros. I like that one, and there's a couple other ones that I like too, but it's definitely my favorite. Rob Allen, Ox is so, let's see, Bobcat's asking, how much gain are you putting in the boost pedal? Oh, it's at 8 o'clock. Yep, 8 o'clock is all I use. Yep, good question. Rob Allen says, the Ox is so good, my only want is the inbuilt effects that are great, reverb delay, working out the cab, shame there are only on headphones or lying out. Yeah, the effects are great on that unit. They're really good. I love it. Big Mike. Hey, what's up, Mike? Sorry, didn't mean to skip you, man. It's always good having you here. I apologize. Steve Venchek asked if I sold a roaster. Yeah, I got a good friend of mine, Steve Shaheen, that tried it out and really loved it. And I was like, you know what? I can always get something else down the road. I got so many amps. It's not even funny, so I don't mind parting with it. And he's a good friend, and he really liked it, and I knew it would have a good home, and he's digging it big time. So I'm glad he loves it. Bobby Lucky, what's happening, man? Yeah, it sounds great, dude. He's asking how does it sound. I love how this amp sounds. You know what's funny? I was thinking when I was playing it, I was like, it's amazing how the dual rack has been around for eons, and it still sounds great. It still sounds modern. You could play it in any modern mix, and it still fits. It's like, I know they've tweaked it here and there over the years, but man, that amp just still, it's like blue jeans, man. Just works, Great amplifier. I think the Badlander is also really nice. I think they did a good job with that as well. But man, if you want a good old school amp, you can't go wrong with the dual Rex, man, or the triple Rex. They're awesome. I'll catch up to you guys here. Oh, Jason Lewis, what's the name of that last song before Out of Nowhere? It's fantastic. Oh, thank you. Which one was that? Red guitar. Oh, that's a solo I did for this cover that Carrie and I did, My Immortal. And I just took the solo section and then just kind of set it up a little with some rhythms before and after, and then put the solo in. So I just took it and chopped it and made it for, a demo song for the show. But that's our version of My Immortal by Evanescence. But it's just that little musical section. I wrote the solo. I rearranged the song because we did a metal version of it and really beefed it up. And I really like how it turned out. So I was like, hey, why not use this for the show? I call it My Immortal because it's just my way of remembering it. That's like the working title, but I should probably change it to something else because it's not really My Immortal. It's just some piece of music I wrote for it to insert in there. Jason Taylor says, looking forward to seeing the Rev Mark III. I want a versatile amp with great, clean, mid-gain, and 1 or 2 high gain channels. Add MIDI and the ability to store presets, and that's the one. I'll tell you, Jason, thanks for commenting. I'm looking forward to it too. In fact, I called and they said that they'll be in like April 11th or 12th or something like that. So I'll probably be getting mine, I'm guessing middle of April. And I can't wait to get it because it's definitely going to be up on the shelf here. That amp's going to rule. I can't wait to get it, try it out, and run it through its paces. And I think that it's one of those, grail type amps that you want to hear compared to other things. And it's one of the reasons why I'm getting it too. So I want to shoot it out against other amps for you guys. Did I see here? Thanks, Sean. He says, killer tone. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's a lot of bottom end in this amp. It's got a ton. It sounds huge, Chicago Todd and kids, this is why drinking doesn't help you. That's right, man. I was on the wrong amp, wasn't I? Do I have one more I was going to play on this? Oh, yeah, I do. I have one more. So let me blab for a minute here, and I'll play one more. And Matt, what's happening, man? He says, hey, big man. How's the boogie? It's sick. That's how it is. It is sick. And there's no doctor that can cure it, man. It's nasty. Oh, yeah, Rob, he clarified. Sorry, meant wish the effects on aux went to the cab as well as the line out. Unfortunately, the effects dropped on the attenuate. Oh, that's good to know. I haven't used the attenuation section of that product yet. So it's only for the line outs. Good to know, man. Thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. Jason Lewis, you should make My Immortal into a full song and let Carrie sing it. That's a killer tune. Thank you. Actually, we did, Jason. We actually did do that. We featured it on the show. Must have been 3 or 4 months ago, maybe longer than that ago. But I'll see if I can find it. Email me and I'll see if I can send it out to you. Be happy to. Yeah, I thought we did a good job with it. Of course I'm partial, but I liked it, We metaled it up. Carrie and I will be performing it from time to time on the show as well. I have the backing track right here for it, so she can sing and I can play guitar. And I actually have the backing track for it with her vocal on it as well, and I could play along with it, but I won't do that tonight. But I could do that. I'll do that in the future. I haven't played that in a while, the whole song, so I don't want to make a fool out of myself. But let's see here. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? I got one more song to play for you. So let me find it real quick here. And then we'll move on to some riffs, with and without the overdrive. And then maybe we can do the Gauntlet after that. So get your choices ready. The choices tonight are in the description of the amps that I got fired up that we can shoot out against it. I think that would be kind of fun. There it is. Right guitar. All right, I'll play a couple riffs and I'll do this next mix. Forgot to turn my in-ears up. I could barely hear the backing track. I had him down so low. It's funny, like when you're in the room with the amp and it's just blowing your head off over here. You got to really crank your in-ears so you can hear everything. I turned them down. I forgot to turn them back up. Rob Allen, P.S. You deserve way more subs. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Just genuine, straight-laced, good content. Sadly, do not normally catch you live, being in the UK. Keep it up, man. Straight up, honest content with skills for days. Oh, man, seriously, dude. Cheers. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. I hope that the channel grows. We're almost up to 5,000. I hope it continues to grow, and I do my best to earn every subscription. And yeah, I try to be, just upfront and honest about everything that's on here. I mean, I bought all these amps, so that way I can just tell you what I think. The only one I didn't buy is the one that's behind me that we're playing tonight, because Motor City Guitar was kind enough to let me use it tonight, and I appreciate that very, very much. They're a great store, and if you're looking for good gear, click that link below in the description and go to Motor City and shop. And if you live outside the state of Michigan, you don't pay any sales tax, and they have a lot of great stuff and good deals too. So please support the store that makes this show happen. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have a show tonight, and if it wasn't for you guys too, obviously. But Marty, the owner, is kind enough to let me bring home gear and show it to you guys. I mean, he's a big believer in community, and he believes in what we're doing here, and he wants everybody to enjoy themselves when they come on. So, yep, very much appreciate them big time. Keep thinking I got another song, but I think I've played them all. Oh, I do have one more, but I haven't played this one in a while. I got the standards, the old standards, that people are probably sick of, but, screw it, I'll play them anyways. Hang on one second here. That was interesting. Couple. Oh well. That's what happens when you don't warm up on the song before you go live. I didn't practice that one in a few days. Oh. Oh well, who cares? Thanks for indulging me on that. Let's see here. Yeah, so the cab that you're hearing this through tonight is the Diezel with the what are they? The G12 K100s. Man, these speakers are stupid. They're so good. I love how these speakers sound. I really do. They're so even keeled, and I just feel like they don't have all these like spiky kind of sounds in them. It's just like, this is what your amp sounds like. I mean, I'm not saying they're flat. It's just that they project the right frequencies, in my opinion. Rob Allen, that's some St. Patrick's Day Guinness. Yes, this is the Nitro Cold Brew Coffee. It's beer with coffee and natural coffee flavors. It's so good. It's ridiculous, man. I'm definitely going to have another one of these tonight. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this big time. So freaking good. Alright, so let me just... I'm going to play a few riffs, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm experiencing in the room. How it feels, how it sounds, and all that kind of stuff. And because you're hearing the mic'd version, which I think sounds really good as well. But I just want to tell you what I'm experiencing here, because that's just part of what I do. You know, people always like, well, what's it like in the room and stuff? And that's a great question. So let me just do that for you and give you a chance to hear the amp more. Okay, so 1 second here. There we go. There's enough slop for you. Yeah, so in the room, this thing, this cab feels like it's going to explode. The low end that's coming out and just hitting me right here is just ridiculous. And I got the bass at 9 o'clock. So this amp has tons of low end. And the good thing about that, like, I love amps with too much low end because you can always dial some back. But when you get on a big stage, you guys know what I'm talking about. You get to a venue and you're like, my amp sounds perfect at band practice. And then you get it on a big stage at a venue with wooden floors and, tile and all that crap and chairs and booths and all that stuff. I mean, you're like, why does my amp sound so puny? Well, because it needs more low end here. That's what that's for. Now you could bring that back in, and now your amp's not going to sound small in that huge venue. That's why it has too much low end. It's nice when amps have all usable low end, but I like it better when they have too much. Again, because it might be too much for a mix in a studio. It might be too much for a small room. But when you get on that big stage, you're going to want more. And amps that have all usable, that's where they fail. That's where it's like, I don't have any more. Now I have this small sounding amp and it doesn't sound like it has as much authority here as it does at the practice place, and I have no headroom here. That's why I like a lot of low end in the amps, and this one's got it. I'm not saying you'll have to dial more, like a ton more in. It's at 9 o'clock, so maybe if I get to a club and hook it up there, I'll have to put it up to maybe, 10 or 11 o'clock, but it still has tons of headroom to spare just in case, so that's what I like about it. It really does have that big fat sound. And so there's some amp companies out there that did that. They had the idea of turn this fan off. They had the idea of like, let's make it all usable. I think that's a mistake. I really do. You want it usable, but you want it usable plus maybe 20 to 30% more, like maybe up to 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you can go anywhere here, and that's like the usable range. And then we gave you a little more in case you needed it when you got into one of those big room situations. I'm telling you, I think amp companies are missing the mark when they don't do that, when they don't give you that headroom, because that's what it's for. It really comes in handy. This whole mix ready and I want an amp that you could just, mic up and you don't have to do all the studio magic too. It's like, well, maybe for a studio engineer, it's a dream, but for a player that goes to different venues, different rooms, and different practice spaces and stuff, that's not ideal. I want that extra headroom. So if there's amp companies that ever see this video, keep that in mind. Stop making amplifiers for recording engineers. Make them for players like me and all the people that are watching here. We want that. We want that extra amount. We want that extra gain when we need it. We want that extra headroom with volume and all of the EQ settings. Give us that headroom because we need it. I think amps are trending towards that whole mix ready thing. No, I don't want to play an amp that's set up for a reamping session with a studio engineer. Have you ever done that? It sounds and feels like crap. It's only good for that specific mix. Your hands are going to hate it. You're like, where's all the gain? This is really, well, I'm quad tracking, so you don't need that much. Yeah, but I'm playing. See what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. A guy that's using one of these to play your guitar in a studio mix doesn't care how much gain the amp has. But if he's using a pick in his hands, it's a big difference. He's going to want more gain. So same thing with all the other features. So it's definitely something that people should keep in mind. I think Scott Fulmer is here. I saw his question. Sven, what's going on, buddy? I got to get back. Yeah, what's going on, man? Greetings from Germany, he says. Awesome, dude. John Casey, 80s are back. Heck yeah, man. I love that song. It's so much fun to play. I thought I saw Scott Fulmer ask something when I glanced over. Where is he? There he is. Super Gigawatt, what's going on, buddy? Scott Fulmer, hello. He says, was it hard to take or take a long time to dial in your tone? Heard that about the Mesas. No, actually, this one was easy. I'll tell you the settings once again. Hopefully I don't knock over my other guitar here. So I have the presence is at top dead center, right at noon. bass is, well, the bass is just over 9 o'clock. Mids are at 1 o'clock. Master's at, just over 9 o'clock. Gain is at like 3 o'clock. And treble's at just under noon. So that's it. So it wasn't anything too crazy, to dial in. And that's one thing I like about this amp too. It's very, I don't know, logical the way you dial it in. You set everything at center and then start, turning things a little bit here and there. I mean, the bass at center is obviously way too much, at least for what we're doing tonight. So you're just going to turn that down until it starts tightening up, and then you're good. And then the rest of the knobs, you just turn accordingly. So yeah, I mean, the only Mesa that I've found that is hard to dial in are the marks, but once you understand them, then they're easy. They're not so hard. But that's a good question though, because you know how I am about amps that you got to do, long division on to, to dial in. It's not fun, Let's see here. No scarf, return to Coda says. Yeah, man. If I don't use an overdrive pedal, I'll probably have to wear a scarf, but as soon as I turn it on, I got to get back to my... Yeah. That was fun doing that episode. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Oh, man. Steve Shaheen, what's up, buddy? He says, sounds huge. It does, dude. I wish you could come over here tomorrow and check this thing out. In the room, it's just fat as hell. And it's super responsive, too. I'm loving it. Super Gigawatt, can we hear the amp without the delay? Yes. I think I did do some riffs without it, but I mean, I'll be happy to do it without it again for you. 1 second. There you go. There it is without the delay again for you. But yeah, I think it's great. It's not... Okay, so if I compare it to my Engl Savage, the Engl Savage is more responsive, but I still enjoy playing the Mesa. I mean, the Mesa is like, it's still an old school kind of amp, but it still can work in the modern, metal stuff. Where I feel like the Savage, for me, my hands like it a little better. It's a little more touch sensitive and responsive, but I still enjoy playing the triple rec because it's very rewarding. Like when you hit those notes and play the chords properly and do the shreds the way you should, the amp does reward you. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff coming out of it. So yeah, I enjoy it very much. Super Gigawatt sounds killer. Yeah, thanks, man. It does, man. I got this thing dialed in. I mean, it is dialed freaking in. Scott Fulmar, thank you, man. Thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. It really means a lot. Let's see here. Official ISN vids. Sorry if I'm reading it wrong. He said, I got a Mesa Triple Recto Rev F and sounds great. Oh yeah, I heard the revs are sick. Congrats, dude. They are excellent amplifiers. I am totally digging this. Big time. So, let me do this. I'm out of mixes. I already played them all. Like, I totally, played everything. So here's what I can do. Let me play this little tidbit for you here, and then we will get started on the next segment, and then we'll call it a night. So let's do that, and I'll be right back.
Okay, we've heard the amp in some mixes, and we've heard it all by itself. We've turned some knobs and made some tweaks and put it through its paces, and it's survived so far. Now, let's see how it does when it's compared to some really good contenders. Now this is the part of the show where we turn it over to you guys, the metal mob. So this is how it works. For a super chat of any amount, you get to pick an amp from Jarrod's amazing and ever-growing amp collection that the contender will compete with. And because of the KHE amp switcher, you'll get a direct comparison between them. And if you wish, you also get to pick the mix that you want them to compete in. Then you get to be the judge of which one lives and which one dies. So get your picks ready and let's get started. Welcome to the Gauntlet.
Sorry about that. I had the camera off. Okay, so we'll do while we're waiting for you guys to decide what amps you want to do. So basically, the amps tonight are the JP, the Engl Savage, and the Diezel Herbert. Okay, so we're gonna run it against those. And so before I do that, I'm going to show you what it sounds like with and without the overdrive. Let me do that for you right now. Overdrive's off, and then I'll kick it on while I'm playing. Okay, so there it is without and with the overdrive. And this amp loves to be boosted. It takes a pedal very well, and it's almost like it was meant to be. So if you're having trouble with your dual or triple Rex, you know, and you're like, man, I'm just not getting that response out of them that I like, just hit it with a good overdrive pedal, and you're good. You know, I mean, they just love to be slammed with an overdrive. Let's see here. So I was waiting for you guys' requests on what you want to do. Aunt Jennifer, those amps are maddening. Yes, good to see you here. Yes, they are. They're crazy. I got a lot of crazy amps here. Gunnerman, no Splawn. Well, I guess I could fire up the Splawn for you. There you go. I'll fire it up for you. I didn't sound check it though, so I don't know if it's ready for a shootout, but I'll be happy to, you know, shoot it out for you. Scott, since you super chatted, I mean, why don't you go ahead and pick your first amp that you want to shoot out. I appreciate the super chat. Least I could do is give you a choice for a shootout. Super Gigawatt says, Happy St. Patrick's Day, man. Thank you. Happy St. Patty's to you as well. Thank you. Jam Moore, what's happening, man? He says, all high-gain amps need a boost. It's just the nature of the beast. I agree. I couldn't agree more. I have yet to meet an amp that doesn't want to be boosted, and I love how they sound and how they feel and how they play and sustain and respond and react, and I love the aggression. I love how it changes the voicing just enough to make it angry, you know. I just think a boost pedal is the way to go. I really freaking do. So Gunnerman, thank you for the super chat. So Gunnerman picked the Splawn. Aunt Jennifer says, yes, they make it right and tight. You're right, man. You're right, Aunt Jennifer. Is that your real name? Is it Jennifer? And you're an aunt? Yeah, they are. They just sound so much better with a boost, you know. So I'll leave the boost on when I'm shooting these out. So, all right, so this is how I do it because I don't have a way to label everything tonight. So this is always going to be the triple rec. And when I flip it around, that is whatever amp you chose. So triple rec, contender. Triple rec, contender. And I play a riff through my wiretap pedal, which I have a bunch of riffs stored in it for my guitar. So it's actually my direct guitar signal. So it's almost like reamping stored in there. And then I just send a riff from that pedal through to the amp. And then I just use my KHE amp switcher here, and I switch between the two amps. And we'll compare them, see how they sound. So let me play the Splawn real quick just to make sure I got it dialed in for tonight, and then we'll get to it. 1 second here. Okay, so there is the Splawn versus the triple rec. And let's see here. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see here. Alright, so CS, what's going on, Chris? He says, Savage versus triple rec, and sadly, the Invader is going back. Some issues. Oh man. Yeah, I want to hear about that. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks. Yeah, please fill me in on that one. Feel free to give me a call later on tonight if you want. Alright, so we're going to do... This is the triple rec. This is the Savage. Okay, 1 second here. I'm going to do one more between them. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. Rob Allen says, thanks for the straight to the point, for the love of... Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. Thanks for the straight to the point for the love it content. Hopefully catch you live from the UK again soon. Till then, have a beer on me. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it, man. I will definitely have a beer later on tonight as well with dinner. And thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. And for the super chat, the support, and just hanging out with me. I really appreciate that immensely. Thank you. Okay. Aunt Jennifer says, holy snot. Justin Ellis, what's up, man? He says, damn it, man, this is one of your best tones yet. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Aunt Jennifer says, turn the presence up in the dark amp and turn the bass up on the really bright one, and it's whomping. So which one? Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the Savage or the? Yeah, they have their own thing going on. You know what I mean? The triple rec definitely. I mean, it sounds great, but when you start comparing it to the other amplifiers, you're hearing some frequency differences there. That kind of leads you to why they came up with the Badlander, because the Badlander has all that more upfront kind of stuff, and they got rid of some of that fizz and made it a little more aggressive. Instead of the fizz, they traded fizz for a little more of a grainy texture on top as opposed to effervescent. I still like how the rectifiers sound. I really like how they sound a lot, but when you start comparing them to more of the modern amps, you start hearing some differences there, don't you? It's pretty interesting. Jason Lewis, if you ever get drunk enough to sell your Splon, please let me know. For sure, dude. I will definitely let you know. You'll be the first guy I let know, man. JJ's House of Jams, the almighty Mesa. Brutal. Oh, you're right. It's great. It's a great amplifier. Alright, so the Engl is too bright. Interesting. Which is which again? White is Tone Wars. Okay, so the Tone Wars side is always going to be the triple rec, and white is going to be whatever the contender is that you guys picked. So this will always be triple rec. Okay, so I can let's see. So I can turn the brightness down a little bit on the Savage. Let's see how they compare now. So let me run the Savage and the dual rec again. Let me mute the mic. Again, this is the triple rec. This is the Savage. All right, 1 second. Okay, so let's try something interesting. I'm going to turn the contour off on the Engl. All right, so let's go ahead and turn the contour off and see what they sound like then, because contour gives it that mid hump. And then I'm going to turn the presence down a little bit more. Let's see how they sound like now. Okay, as soon as I turn that contour off on the Engl, I lost some volume. But at least you get the idea there. I like all my amps. I mean, that's why I bought them. So, I mean, I typically turn on the Savage when I'm down here writing and recording and stuff, because I just love how it sounds and feels. But, I mean, there are days where I got the hankering for whatever else I got up here, and I'll play that. Like the JP, I freaking love that. I'm surprised no one's picked that to shoot out yet. That's a great amp. So Rob Allen says, definitely the triple for me. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, that's why I do this, because everybody's going to pick a different one for their favorite, you know? I mean, at least it gives you a chance to hear how they compare to some legit amps out there, you know? So... yeah, so anyway, if there's any other ones that you want me to shoot out, like I said, a super chat of any amount, I'll do it. It's no big deal. You don't have to spend a bunch of money, just a couple bucks or whatever. I'll be wrapping up here in about 10 minutes. So get your whatever your requests you have, and I'm not trying to beg for money or nothing like that. It's all loose here, whatever you want to do. But yeah, just in case you want to hear it compared to other things. You know, just whatever you want, just pick it and I'll do it for you. Till then, let me play a few more riffs on this bad boy. 1 second, we're back on the triple rec. Okay, somebody was asking about the Jubilee. Yeah, it's gone. It's back at the store. So if you want to buy it, it's definitely back at Motor City. I didn't end up buying it. I think it's a great amp. I really do. It doesn't work for everything that I do, so it's probably not something that you'll see me buy, but it doesn't mean I didn't like it. I did like it. I thought it was a really cool amp. A lot of nostalgic tones coming out of it, and it was an honor to play it on the show. So very good. Very, very good amplifier. J Custom, oh, the triple rec against the Super Kraken. I'll have to fire it up. Yeah, give me give me a second here. Yeah, I'll fire that up for you. All right, we'll let that warm up. And in the meanwhile, let me play that My Immortal thing one more time. I screwed it up last time. I want to see if I can play it right this time. 1 second here. That was better. Alright, so J Custom triple wreck against Super Kraken. Alright, so let me fire up the Super Kraken. 1 second. Ooh, better mute that room mic. Okay, this is the dual rack, or the triple rack. This is the Super Kraken. Triple rack, Super Kraken. Alright, here we go. So there you have it. There's the differences between those. That Super Kraken is a ridiculous amp, man. That thing is really cool. Ooh, Gunnerman wants to hear the Herbie. All right. Let's see. J Custom says the Super Kraken was based on a JCM 900, if I recall correctly. It would be cool to hear a modern Marshall-esque amp against the Mesa. Yeah, I mean, I think, I'm trying to remember. I think they were going after a 5150 as well with that. I know Channel 1 on the dirt side might be more Marshall-y, but I think Channel 2 is what I just played is more of like, they went after an EVH type sound. I think, I could be wrong, but that amp is sick. It's a really ridiculous amplifier. So, alright, so we're going to go with the Herbert. So I got the Herbie on Channel 2 Plus. We're going to shoot that out against the Mesa, alright? So 1 second here. Okay, we'll start with the Mesa. This is Mesa, this is Herbie, alright? 1 second. That was a pretty good comparison there. I think those are a little closer than the other ones. So somebody was mentioning that turn my ears down here. That the Kraken was a little bright. Yeah, it's definitely pushing some different frequencies. The thing is with the Kraken is it doesn't have a presence knob, so the high end on it can get a little strange. It can get a little dark. So because of that, I have to treble at 3 o'clock. But honestly, it's still like I'll turn it down to 1 o'clock. Okay. Which still, you know, it can be a bit dark. So that's why you got to do that to make up for not having a presence knob. So I have an EQ pedal on order that I'm going to put in the loop on that amplifier and brighten it up just a hair, but brighten up in the right way, right? So you're pushing the frequencies that you want to make it a little brighter as opposed to the treble. So let me shoot those out again with the treble adjusted on the Kraken. I'll put it at 1 o'clock, and I was trying to make sure the volumes are the same, but I didn't volume adjust tonight for that because I wasn't planning on shooting it out. But for you guys, I'll do it. So let's go back to the Kraken versus the Mesa. Again, this is the Mesa. That's the Kraken. Okay. All right. 1 second. Hopefully that was a little better for you guys. You know, a lot of it depends on how they're dialed into. I try to dial these in so they're optimal, you know, but I mean, one person's optimal is another person's, what the hell were you thinking, you know? But yeah, the can't talk. The Kraken is definitely a very unique amp. It's got a very unique sound to it. And again, it could be a bit dark, you know, so when I get that EQ pedal, that's going to be nice. Jan Moore, thanks, man. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Did you want to pick an amp before we close out for tonight? Would you want to pick something that I can shoot out for you? I'll be happy to do it. Rob Allen, Victory getting closer to my speed. Yeah, the Kraken's great. It really is a great amp. You know, and as an aside, I mean, you know how when you're switching from amp to amp, your ears are kind of accustomed to what you're hearing, and then if there's a big difference in frequencies, it's jarring to your ears, and then sometimes that jarring part is like, oh, I don't like that, but it's like, well, you know, what if you switched it around and went from B to A instead of A to B? Now, which one would you like better? So I always use the toothpaste to orange juice analogy. You know, you brush your teeth, and the toothpaste tastes fine, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be brushing your teeth with it. It doesn't taste terrible. And then you go downstairs and you drink a glass of orange juice, and you're like, oh my God, this orange juice tastes like crap. Well, no, it doesn't. It's just you got the toothpaste thing going on. You got to cleanse your palate before you drink the orange juice. Otherwise, but it doesn't mean the orange juice really tastes like crap. It's all in acclimation, you know. So I always put that out there. So the reason why I do these shootouts is so you guys can hear how different these things are, and like give it a second and kind of like melt into what the amp sounds like and get acclimated to it, and they all sound really good, you know. I mean, that's why the Herbert was a little closer in frequency, so it wasn't so jarring, so they were both pleasant. It was a pleasant switch between them, you know. But now, to prove my point, I'm going to go ahead and play the Kraken for you now, and it's going to sound amazing all by itself because there's nothing before it. There's no toothpaste before it to mess up your palate. So let me do that now for you. 1 second here. Sounded fantastic. You know, I mean, that's the thing about these amps are all freaking great. I turn any one of these on and practice and goof around and whatever I do. I mean, I love all of them. That's why I bought them. They're amazing. All right, so before I finish up tonight, let me see here. Rob Allen, Rex still destroying. The victory sounded super bright like the last one. Maybe the switcher. Oh, that's right. And I adjusted the brightness after that. So, let's see here. Yeah, because they all sound good. You know, they really do. Let's see. Rob Allen, not a metal guy, would take the tone of the Mesa all day on every comparison so far. I clutch onto the mid hump, like having a tube screamer wound down. No, see, that's what I mean. Like, and I appreciate the comment. That's what this is about. It's like to show you, like, if you're interested in an amp or you ordered one or you own one, it's nice to tune in and see how it compares to other things. It's either going to solidify your purchase or make you go, man, maybe I should look at some other amps, you know, because they all do have their own thing, you know, and whatever you buy, if it's something that you love, then you made the right choice, you know. That's what it's about. Chicago Todd, I recommend playing a bit of air supply in between amps so the listener can get their palette reset. You know, that's a great idea. Maybe that's something I recommended for choosing profiles on the KEMPER too a couple years ago. Maybe I should find a way to have a clean channel to kind of cleanse the palette per se, and then play the next amp. So that's actually a good idea, because you're right. Cleanse the ears out a little bit. I'll have to come up with something for the switcher that we can do that on. I think that's a fantastic idea. Thank you. Todd's always got the good ideas. Bobby Lucky, this is excellent. It's amazing how these differ. Mesa seems more level across its frequencies, but the aggressive edge comes from a louder edge to my ears. Taste is a strange thing. No, you're right. I mean, all these amps, like every time I play any of them, I enjoy the hell out of them. You know, I'll give you an example. Let's see here. What do I got? I'm going to play one of the amps right here, and you guys just tell me what you think of it. I won't tell you which one it is, and so we can listen with our ears, not our eyes, and then we'll go ahead and just listen and tell me what you think. You know what you think of it. That sounded great. It was fun to play. Enjoyed every second of it. Yeah, I mean, that was awesome, you know. So that one there was the Diezel Herbie, Channel 2 Plus. That's what that was. And it sounded amazing. J Custom, is that triple rec a multi-watt? No, it's just the straight up 150 watt. Good question though. Sounds different in the high end compared to my dual rec multi-watt. Yeah, you know, the thing I'm learning about the rectifiers is they're all slightly different. They got the, you know, the generation this and the generation that, and all these little different modifications that they do to them, and they all have their own kind of thing going on. So I kind of like that, you know. At the end of the day, Rob says, can make most amps sound great. It's all in the fingers. Sadly, mine are not as good. Oh no, dude. It's I appreciate the kind words, but I mean, we all do what we do, right? I mean, that's really what it comes down to, though. You're right. I mean, it's funny. I saw an interview with Nuno Betancourt, and that guy's like world-class, amazing guitar player, and he was telling the interviewer, he's like, yeah, I finally got a chance to plug into Eddie Van Halen's rig. They were getting ready for a tour. Me and Gary walked into their rehearsal space, and we walked in, and there's Ed right there, right in front of me, like playing his rig, loud as hell, and just they were rehearsing. They invited us in. We walked in and checked it out. And Ed's just like, dude, play. Go ahead, play my rig. And Nuno's like, you got to be kidding me. So Nuno grabs his guitar, you know, plugs into Eddie's rig, and the interviewer was like, well, what did you think? He's like, oh, I shredded all over it. I played everything. I played all these new solos I've been writing and all some new music I was playing. And, you know, I even did some tappy things and whatever. And Eddie kind of laughed about that. And we had a great time. And she goes, well, how did it sound? He goes, honestly, I was very disappointed. I sounded like me. I didn't sound like Eddie. I figured I would plug into this thing and sound just like Eddie. And like, here's the magic. It's all coming together. And it's going to happen. I got Eddie's tone. He's like, I sounded like me. He's like, so if that's not a testament to it's all here, because it's like your riffs and the way that you play them, the way you bend the strings, the way you pick the strings, does have a lot of say over what you do. You know, it really does. So like anytime somebody plugs into my rig, they don't sound like me. They sound like them because they're playing their stuff the way that they play it, you know. So it is amazing. I used to think that was all BS, but it's true. It really is, you know. But yeah, as long as you could dial in an amp properly, I mean, it'll sound great, you know. Pariah, what's going on, man? How you doing? He's got a good channel. He's a nice guy too. I like your channel. I've been watching a lot of your videos. I got to catch up on the one that you released today. Was the Headrush versus the 11 rack. I want to see how that turned out. Good to have you here, man. He says I need a Recto one of these days. Yeah, they're good amps, man. I think everybody should own a Recto. I really do. I think that they're a must-have amp. You just got to pick the one that works best for you. And I got to tell you, this one it's working, man. This is one hell of an amplifier right now. I freaking love it, you know. Jason Lewis, do you have the ability to record a 5 to 10 second clean chorus clip that you can instantly recall between your two amps when switching? That might be all you need. It's a good thought. I think I'm going to have to work on that. I think that would make these amp shootouts a lot better. I really do. So I really appreciate the suggestions here because I'm here for you guys. I really want you guys to have the best experience here and to walk away with knowledge and a good time, obviously, and knowing that things were shot out properly for you. So I will take those suggestions and really work hard to make sure I do those for you. The gears are turning. I think it's a great idea. I will definitely do that for sure. Let's see here. Nuno has got to be one of the most underrated players out there to this day. Yeah, dude. Pariah says, Nuno's one of my heroes. I love what he does. I really do. I actually steal some of his, not his riffs because I can't play like he does, but some of his concepts. One of them is this right here. I play this a lot. 1 second. It's that whole palm muting legato thing that he does. I love how that sounds. I'm actually working on a lesson that I'm releasing tomorrow with that in there. Well, it'll be in the second iteration of the lesson that I'm doing tomorrow. So keep your eyes open for that. I'll release a cool lesson. Hopefully it's cool for you guys tomorrow. Or Friday. I'm sorry. I'm shooting it tomorrow, releasing it on Friday. But yeah, I love all that crazy, like palm muty, like staccato or legato stuff that he does. You know, it sounds like he's picking every note, but he's not. And it sounds really fast and really, I don't know, it's just got this really cool sound to it, and I really like it a lot. So, but anyways, muted legato stuff. Yep, that's where he lives, man. That's what he does so well, you know. Let's see here, Rob Allen. Curious if you are using the aux, switching between amps. Using the aux, currently using the aux 1 amp, but wonder if multi amps would work through the aux. I could try that on one of the streams. I don't have it on right now, but I'm using the Diezel cab tonight, but I could definitely do that in the future for you. I love how the aux sounds. I think it's the best sounding, you know, unit of its kind. So I'll be happy to do that for you guys in the future. I actually love playing through the aux because the room's quieter, and you know, I don't have to worry about muting the mic all the time. I mean, if I mute the mic, if I don't mute the mic, you might hear a little bit of string clack while I'm playing, but not really. But now if I don't mute the mic, I mean, it's just, this mic is so sensitive. That's how sensitive it is. If I forget to mute it and I play the amp, oh my God, it's ungodly loud. So definitely not a good idea. But anyways, well, I did all the requests, and we played a lot of mixes tonight, which I was very happy to do for you guys. That was fun. I appreciate you guys indulging me on that. That was a great time. I hope you guys had fun. Been on for 2 hours, exactly. I wasn't expecting to be on this long, but hey, you know what? When I'm having a good time with you guys, time flies, and I really enjoy myself. So I'm happy to hang out with you. So look for the. I'm doing a quick like neoclassical riff lesson. I'm filming it tomorrow and releasing it on Friday, and then we're gonna build on that. So I'm gonna take a really simple neoclassical riff. And then you're going to see over the next 4 or 5 weeks, each Friday, it's going to evolve. But the nice thing about it evolving is that you can play it in every evolution and have it work in a song. You know, so no matter, even the simplest version of it will still work and sound really flashy and cool. But when I evolve it and add to it and change it a little bit, it'll sound, well, I think it sounds cool no matter what, but depending on what you're looking for, it might sound a little better to you, but at least it's more challenging. It's a way to get the root notes down and then add on to it. And I'm a big, I love to capitalize on simple riffs and push them and go, oh, how far can I push this before it's just to the point of ridiculous? We've gone to plaid, you know? So that's what I'm going to do with this. So every week it's going to evolve even more. And again, every week I'm going to play the bass riff, then I'm going to play the evolution of it. And then so you can compare. And I just think that would be a fun experiment to do and to show you. And I'm trying to release. I'm not a guitar teacher, but people have been asking me quite a bit, like, "Hey, can you do some of your riffs and show us how you play them?" I'm happy to do that. I just never thought of myself as a guitar teacher, so because I'm not. But I'm happy to show you as a friend. You know, like okay, like a couple dudes sitting around drinking beers and going, "Hey, this is how I do this." Oh, cool. You know, that's kind of what my approach is on it. And I hope people get something out of it. So I'll be doing that. You know, you look for that on Friday. So, well, hey, guys, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you so much for the super chats. I very much appreciate that. I can't even tell you enough how much I appreciate that. And I always look forward to hanging out with you guys. We go live every Wednesday night at 8 and every Sunday night at 7. And I release a new episode as long as I can, if time permits, on Mondays and Fridays as well. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to have another beer, and I got a bunch of chicken cooking upstairs in a crock pot that I'm going to eat too. So, well, I know that there's a lot of, you know, places that you could be hanging out tonight. and a lot of other things you could be doing. And I'm honored and privileged to have you here. And it really means a lot to me that you're here. And I don't have a show without you guys. So I appreciate you very much. So I think there was one more comment to read here. Oh yeah, please hit the thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks, Todd, for the reminder. Let's see here. Oh, you're welcome, Bobby. No problem. All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys. Well, I'll have a new episode out on Friday, and then Carrie and I will be hanging out with you guys on Sunday, and we'll have the official announcement for the Guitar Summit on that night as well. So look forward to seeing you all then. Until then, take care, guys. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you all very soon.